We are the Braxtons, and you'll see we are not like an ordinary family. Tracy, Towanda, Trina, Tamar, s05e will teach you a thing or two. The Braxton family.
Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about the latest episode of the Braxton Family Values. So in this episode, let's talk about Towanda real quick. So Wanda is still going to her acting class, and her new assignment is this monologue. And she goes and talks to Tony about doing this monologue, and she has to be a Spanish older lady, who's giving this speech to someone. And she asked Tony to go with her. And I'm like, Wanda, why do you keep taking your sisters to school with you? Like, is this what they let you do? Why are you doing this? Like, leave them out of it. Do this. This is your thing. Do it on your own. Why you keep asking your sisters to come with you? I don't get that. But anyway, so Tony is giving her advice that she did not ask for, giving her tips that she did not ask for. And she's just looking at Tony like, I'm the actress. You're the singer. Stay in your lane. But, she didn't tell her that. She was just like, Tony, just come with me and support me, okay? So Wanda also sits down and she talks to Tracy and Trina and, tells her what she's doing. And they're like, look, we ain't coming back to class with you because last time we came, we had to do some work. And this is your thing, not our. And she was like, calm, everybody take a deep breath. I was not about to ask you to come because Tony is coming with me. Calm down. I'm just letting you know that I want y'all to come with me so that I can find a costume. And they were like, okay. So they went to the costume shop with her. She didn't find anything. There was nothing really there that matched what, she needed to get. So she ended up going and studying her monologue. And she got to class, and Tony was with her. And she sat down to do her monologue. And the teacher actually asked Tony to come on stage and just be a prop, just a person for her to look at and deliver her lines to. And so, midway through Towanda doing what she was doing, he stopped her and he was like, you know what? I want to bring somebody in. He's a manager who manages people, and I just want to get his opinion about, your performance. And so she gets extra nervous because, she was already nervous about it. So she gets extra nervous about it. And the guy comes in and he sits down and he watches her. And he just gives her, some criticism, but it was very honest. And he told her, maybe after you do a little bit more work and you learn to show more emotion and, you just learn this craft a little bit better, I might consider managing you. And which was good and bad at the same time, because the thing about Towanda, to me now, this is just my personal opinion because I watch movies and TV shows and, just things like that. I am not an acting expert. Okay. I'm just saying. I agree with dude that Towanda doesn't show a lot of emotion when she does things. Even when it's something emotional, she just can't, it doesn't convey. Let's just say that. I think it's just her face. What do y'all think? Like, whenever Towanda is going through something, like, you can never really tell it. You can tell it by the way she's talking, even though she's monotone. But you can just tell like a little fluctuation of, how she uses her voice if she's upset. But in her face, it's just stone cold. Like she just have the same expression. But she ain't the only one. Tony is the same way to me. So I don't think Tony would be a good actress. I'm sorry, she can sing though, but not with that face. It's just like they have this blank kind of a stare thing going on, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. Just like when I make faces, you can see my face move. I don't know. It's just something about their face. I don't know. But the other girls, they don't have that problem. No, they just don't. But Towanda and Tony, they just have it. I don't know why. So Towanda knows she has to do a little bit more work and do a little bit more digging and learn how to be more vulnerable and emotional in her acting. Also, Tamar sits down with David and James, and she tells them that her sisters aren't really interested in doing a Braxton musical. And I was like, wait a minute. Did they say that they weren't interested, or did they say they needed more information? Did I miss something? Because I don't remember them saying, no, we don't want to do it. I remember her sister saying, let us know more about what's going on, and then we'll let you know if we want to do it. So if that's the case, then why is Tamar jumping ahead and being like, oh, they don't want to do it? Because when I told them, they made this funny face, so they don't want to do it. But I can do it by myself. You don't think that's a little shisty? I do. Because at the end of the day, she's just going, well, I don't care about my sisters, but I want to do it. Like, give me all the shine. That's what it seemed like she did. But like I said, maybe I missed something. If I did, y'all drop it below in the comments and let me know. But she sits down and she has this meeting with them, and she says, my sisters don't want to do it, but I want to do it. I want to continue on. Would you consider just doing something around me? And they were like, yeah, okay, we'll work just with you if your sisters are not into it. Just come up with some ideas and hit us back up. So, her and Vince, they sit down and I guess they talk about whatever. And she meets back up with them and she tells them, okay, I was thinking we can do something like, the story of Jackson 5. She was basically saying that in a musical family, if you have a star, then people forget about the rest of the family. They will focus on just that one person, just like Michael Jackson. They forgot about Tito and Jermaine and, the whole crew. You just forget about all of them because they weren't as big as Michael Jackson. And I guess she was saying that Tony was the Michael Jackson of their family and, she's the Jermaine of theirs. I guess. Whatever the case may be. It was going to be loosely based off of her life being in the shadows of her sister, basically. That's what I got from it. I mean, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thought her idea was really about because that's what it seemed like it was about to me. Typical Tamar stuff. And the guy was like, okay, I see where you're going with that. Now, that's interesting. But I could also see you playing a character that already exists. Like in the play The Color Purple, I could see you being Suge Avery. And she was like, me too. and and so he had her to sing a song because Love and War is actually in the same key as some other song that Suge would have to sing. So she sung a little bit of Love and War, and they were like, yes, that's perfect. We can use you. Let's work on that. So that's what she's going to do. So y'all let me know something. How is she going to have time to be on Broadway and do this talk show that she's supposedly supposed to have? I don't know. It just makes me think that the talk show thing that Steve Harvey was supposedly helping her with isn't really a thing. Maybe it fell through. I don't know. If y'all have more information about it, let me know. The last thing that happened on this episode was Caleb and Eric, which is Trina's sons. They sit down and have a talk with Gabe. Caleb was the saltiest one out of the brothers because he felt like he never did like Gabe because of the way that he treated his mama. And he told him straight up, I don't think that you're a real man because a real man doesn't step out on the woman that he chose to love for the rest of his life. And Gabe got into his feelings a little bit and he was like, well, you just living in Disneyland or, this fantasy world because when you get out there and you get into a relationship, it's going to take a lot basically to not cheat. And Caleb wasn't going for it. He was like, in his mind, he was like, I've been faithful to every single girl that I have ever been with, so it ain't that hard to be faithful if you want to be. And I was like, yes, Caleb, you better represent for the 2% of men that don't cheat. Oh, my goodness. Whew, I'm telling on myself. But anyway, so Caleb, made that point and he was like, I'm just not feeling you. And it hurt Gabe's feelings because Gabe was like, well, do you think we could still have a relationship with each other, even though things kind of went left? And Eric was more like, yeah, I guess so. But Caleb was like, no, I'm good. I don't really need no relationship with you. I'm good. And that hurt his feelings a little bit. And And Eric, he also expressed the fact that he was angry at the fact that they had to up and leave, because Gabe basically told them to get up out of that house and they had to relocate. So it took Eric and them out of the school that they were going to, it took them from around their friends. They just had to uproot. And that's the thing that hurt Eric the most. And he expressed that. And Gabe said that he was sorry for that. And Eric accepted his apology. So at the end of the day, the boys were able to get closure with Gabe. And Trina thought that they were going to have some kind of abandonment issues because, their biological father obviously didn't want to be in their lives. And now Gabe was up and leaving. And she thought that, it was going to be a problem and that they needed that man to be there in their lives. But come to find out, they really didn't care. Eric was the only one that was like, yeah, maybe we can still be cool, get drinks from time to time, but it's more of a distant kind of a thing. Like, I don't hate you, but I still would like to hear from you from time to time. But Caleb was like, nah, I'm good. I really didn't need it. I'm glad I got to say what I need to say to him because, I never did really like him no way for how he treated you, mama. So I'm good. So she just was like, well, darn, I was trying to make y'all have a relationship that y'all really didn't even need. So, okay, well, everybody got their closure. Gabe got to hear what he needed to hear and say what he needed to say and, tell him that their mama was a cheater too, whatever. Um, so that's how that went. So that's everything that really happened on this episode. If I forgot anything, y'all know what to do. Drop it below in the comments and let me know. Let's keep the discussion going. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
We are not like an ordinary family. Tracy, Towanda, Trina, Tamar, s05e will teach you a thing or two.